Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Tyler McNabb, and this is my 400EX and my dad's Honda 450R. So in today's video, we're going to be dealing a little bit with both of these. Nothing too major, just going to be doing some just some stuff that we've had needs to be fixed on some of them. First thing is get the new air box. I got it. So get it on the 400. That's the only thing that's really going on with the 400. So I'll put that airbox on. The main part, or the main stuff today, is going to be with the 450. So what we're going to be doing to it is I'm going to be taking the carburetor off to put a new choke assembly on, because the current choke assembly doesn't stick out when you pull it out. It just sucks right back in. So we're going to put a new choke assembly on. Hopefully that'll fix that. And then while I'm in the carburetor as well, I'm gonna bump up the pilot jet just a little bit, because as of right now, even like when you hold the choke out and you go to start it, like this thing just doesn't like to start especially when it's cold. And it should at least my thought is, at least when the choke is out, it should at least idle, but it won't even idle with the choke. You've got to hold the throttle. So anyway, I'm gonna do that while I'm in the carburetor. And then we've also got one other new part for the front of this quad, and that would be this guy. So we have a brand new PRM Summit to go on the front of the old 450. So yeah, people ask me about these bumpers all the time. I have one of the original PRM Summits on my 400. People ask me about it, say, hey, where'd you get that bumper? Can I get it? Well, long story short, PRM, who was the original manufacturer of that bumper, they went out of business a while back. And when they went out of business, these bumpers became rather rare because people liked them, but they weren't made anymore. And so these bumpers were going anywhere from $300 to $400 a piece for like really nice new ones, because people wanted them and they couldn't get them. But Southern Kentucky Motorsports, the same people who own ARSFX, A-Arms, I think. Yeah, ARSFX, A-Arms. Southern Kentucky Motorsports is who it is. Chris Berry is the guy who owns it, if you want to look him up on Facebook. But anyway, they bought the rights and all the jigs and stuff from PRM, so now they are manufacturing those bumpers again. So the only way you can get them is by getting in contact with Southern Kentucky Motorsports and placing an order for one. Unfortunately, he doesn't, I think, usually keep them in stock. I think they make them in batches. So like I had to wait 6 weeks for mine. So I think usually what they do is they get some orders in, and then once they get enough orders, they make another batch, and so on and so forth. So anyway, finally got the new bumper. We can get rid of this old stock guy and get that bumper all bolted up. So anyway, that's what we got going on in this video. So all I really got to do is I'm gonna get the plastics off of the 450, the plastics off the 400, which that comes off super easy, you know, just the rear. So get the plastics off the 450. Oh, one other thing is we've got a new battery for the front as well. So we just put a new battery in the rear of this thing. I didn't film that or anything, but just got a new battery for it, and it is already in there. And then that one finally came in. So this thing has a 24-volt kit, so we're going to put that in as well. So all in all, should be a decent little video. Nothing too crazy, just some basic stuff. So we will go ahead, jump into the video. Let's do it. Okay guys, well, I got the carburetor off, and then I figured while I was up here I might as well just go ahead and slap the battery on. That only took me a couple minutes, so got that. And then we've got carburetor over here. So I'm so used to working on the 400. These things are a lot harder to get out. The 450s are just a lot more complicated, have a lot more parts. And the crazy thing is I know like a YFZ or something's going to even be even more complicated just because they've got more wires and all that. But yeah, just getting used to it. I've never worked on a 450 before, so now that I've worked on it, and then after the next couple times it'll probably get easier. But finally got the carburetor off, and she's a little dirty, so once I do take it apart and everything and put the new, or I guess I'll probably take it apart, I'll probably throw it over in the parts washer, get it, try to clean it up just a little bit before I throw it back in there, and then we'll get the new jets in, new choke assembly, and all that. So yeah, I don't really have much else to do, I don't think, on the 450. I'll probably mess with the brakes a little bit because my front brakes were doing some weird stuff a little bit. It seemed like they were going out in the race, but then they'd come back, so they may just have some air in the lines, I'm not sure. I'll play with those, probably do that off camera though. So other than that, I think we are ready to get the carburetor, throw it over in the parts washer, and then we can try to get this thing going back together. So I'll throw it in the parts washer, and I'll see you over there. Okay guys, well, it has been, honestly, yeah, right about a week since I last saw you in this video. I was taking apart the carb, so I'll kind of sum up what happened. So basically, I was taking this carb apart. The original plan was just to just kind of go through it, clean it out, and then bump the pilot jet up was my original plan, because I assumed it had a small pilot jet and it just needed to go up a little bit. Well, I was wrong. So we get into the carb, and so the stock pilot jet in this thing is a 42, and the stock main jet is like a 120, but that's like super lean. So most people run, I think the HRC kits in these 450s, they were originally like a 162, I think was the main jet. And so that's about what stock jetting should be, a 162 main and a 42 pilot is what it should be. Well, I got into that carb, and this is a stock motor, by the way, stock motor, and there was a 170 main, which is richened up a little bit. That's not bad, understandable with maybe the slip-on, but then the pilot was a 55, which is huge, way bigger than it should be. So I was like freaking out, like what the heck's going on? Is this motor not stock? What the heck? Well, I ended up talking to a buddy at Clay City Pottery Motorsports, and he helped me. They're very knowledgeable about these FCR carburetors. They run Hondas, and they've been dealing with them for a long time. So they helped me out. I got to talking to him about FCR carburetors. And so what's most likely what had happened is I didn't originally know, because I don't think I got this on video, these FCR carburetors have a mid body. So normally I thought this was the bottom of the carburetor, which it is, like the bowl detaches from this, but then I thought that was it. I thought that's all the disassembly you can do, but as you can see, that is not the case. So here is the mid body that comes off, and then it's got these big old gaskets in here that are known for going bad every now and then. And I think what happened is when I got in there, the gasket that covers the area for the pilot jet had kind of like squished down and made a really tiny hole. And so I think that's what ended up happening, is there wasn't enough fuel getting to the pilot jet, and so someone previously probably put a bigger pilot jet in it for that reason. So long story short, jetting was way off. I took the gaskets out, and now it's a week later and I'm still waiting on the gaskets to come in. Hopefully tomorrow the gaskets and stuff will be here. It'll be in the same video for you guys. For me, hopefully the gaskets and stuff will be here tomorrow. I can get the carb rebuilt, and then we're just gonna start over on jetting. So I'll probably bump the main down to maybe, the main I may leave. I may bump down to like a 168 or something. We'll see. The main I won't deal a lot with, but the pilot I'm probably gonna bump down to like a 45. I'll probably start with a 45 and then we'll go from there. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to mess with jetting on this thing. I mean, it was running fine like it was, but I want this thing to be good. I don't want it to be a band-aid fix to, you know, a little bit down the line it starts running bad just because maybe the gasket, you know, whatever. So I want it to be right, and so we're gonna start over. And if for some reason worse comes to worse, if it does run like crap with these new jets, I can always put the old jets back in. So no harm, no foul, just a little bit of time. So anyway, I'll quit rambling here. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna throw this thing in the parts washer real quick, just try to get some of this stuff cleaned up, make sure there's no grit or dirt in this carburetor anywhere. And then after we do that, hopefully hopefully the gaskets and stuff will be here and we'll jump right into reassembling this carburetor, because yeah, all kinds of fun. So jump over to the parts washer real quick and then we'll start slapping this thing back together. Okay guys, well, slight change of plans. So last night I was doing a little bit of pre-editing on this video, getting it together, and I've already got like over a 15-minute video even without putting the carb back together. So what I've decided to do is I'm gonna split this video into two videos. So the first one being this one, everything I went through and took the carb off, all that fun stuff. We got us a new battery put on, got us our brand new PRM Summit bumper put on as well, and then tore the carb all the way down, and cleaned it up. And if you go back and look in the videos beforehand, this thing was pretty dirty, so I'd say it's looking pretty good now. Does it look brand new? Heck no. But does it look good? Yeah. Oh yeah, much cleaner than it was. Some of the crevices and stuff, it's really hard to get, so there's still a little bit of dirt here and there, but it looks a lot better than it was. So hopefully the parts for the carburetor came in today. And I mean, honestly, I don't know yet. I'm gonna go hopefully find out here in a little bit. But plus, it's also been like, by the time this video will come out, it's been like a week since I put up a video, and I don't want to wait any longer than a week between putting up videos. So figured I'd go ahead, split this video into 2 videos, and that way you guys still get a video. Hopefully this one will probably come out on Easter Sunday, I'm guessing. So if that's when it does come out, hope you guys had a good Easter weekend, hanging out with your families and all that fun stuff, going to church. So yeah, I know that's what I'll be doing this weekend for the most part. If that carb comes in, I'll be working on that today, but then this weekend be hanging out with family, going to church, all that fun stuff. So hopefully you guys have a good Easter. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and yeah, I really do appreciate you guys coming and watching. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.